Oh, hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to this week's episode of The Raven Speaks. Now, this is happening late, late, later in the evening or early in the morning, depending on your point of view, is because this week's chapter from Aragon by Christopher Paolini was a long one. It took like 42 minutes, and I preferred to film earlier in the day to make sure I had enough energy to last the entire 42 minutes of reading. So let's get started with this week's episode. Now, for any newcomers I have at my channel, hello. The Raven Speaks is a series of weekly videos about a variety of subjects. Feel free to comment below to suggest a topic for a future episode. It doesn't just have to be about Stranger Things. It can be about Animorphs, Game of Thrones, Animorphs, Star Wars, Animorphs, etc. And I would really love for this video series in the future to be popular enough that every video I do is a viewer requested one. So don't be shy. I've done maybe 2 or 3 video requests, viewer requests in the past, and I can't wait to do more. So just comment below. And if it's a series I'm familiar with, and a topic which I feel I can speak a little bit about, I will do the video. So, this week's video. In media in recent years, there's a drive to have more LGBTQ plus representation and a need to appear supportive of the community. So there have been many times that the representation has failed, such as the big hype about a gay character in Avengers Endgame, and a few times that the representation has succeeded, such as Robin from Stranger Things Season 3. Part 1. Why I am picky about LGBTQ plus representation. I am a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I have discussed in other videos my sexual and gender identities. What I identify as isn't important to this video. What is important is that I am a part of the community. I want to see good LGBTQ plus representation in media for the selfish reason I don't want to see myself misrepresented. This is 2019 where characters can be gay and books will be published even if there are gay characters. It is such an okay thing to have gay, bisexual, etc. characters that companies are trying to get brownie points without doing actual work, such as Lando Calrissian in Solo being touted as a pansexual character, even though his sexuality wasn't represented in the film itself. Well, okay, there was one line that implied pansexuality, but that doesn't count. Okay, hang on, let me sip some coffee so I get a little more energy. Can't drink too much, I can't gulp the whole thing down because acid reflux. This is very stupid. Part 2. Dumbledore is not gay, merely an attempt at diversity brownie points. A highlight of bad LGBTQ plus representation is Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. Nowhere is it stated in text that he is gay. Not even in the final book where Rita Skeeter could have easily revealed he was gay in her book. Instead, J.K. Rowling stated after the book was published, and she risked nothing financially, that he was gay. You can't say you have a gay character if you're not going to risk anything by having said gay character. And recently, Rowling has shown a need to say she had representation in the Harry Potter books, even when it doesn't make sense, such as werewolves in the series representing AIDS victims. Which makes me doubt even more that she ever intended Dumbledore to be gay. Part 3. Robin is presented as a love interest for Steve. Robin is a pretty girl who works with Steve, and they are both single. That is the perfect setup for a romantic relationship. It is cheesy and cliche, but it works. Plus, Steve has become more likable as the series has gone on and deserves happiness. As he likes being in a relationship, having a suitable woman is a way to bring him happiness. Instead, Robin is revealed to be gay and, therefore, not someone who would ever date Steve. It is a very cool little twist. Part 4. The reveal is done well. Robin says that Steve wouldn't want to be friends with her as she is a lesbian. In the time of the series, being anything but straight was something to be more condemned than it is today. So her saying anything to him was a sign of great trust. Instead of Steve getting angry that she is a lesbian, he treats her like anyone else. He hardly reacts to it besides an initial look of, damn, I'm going to die single. If you've never come out before, I can't tell you how great Steve's reaction is. Part 5. Robin's plotline has nothing to do with her sexuality. I want to state, firstly, that having movies, shows, etc., dealing with coming out and come to terms with one's sexuality is extremely important. Some people will know their gender and sexual orientation as a teen, while others will need to take until early adulthood to figure things out, while still others will take a lifetime to figure things out. So having stories dealing with figuring things out are more than important. However, I like stories where the big focus isn't their sexuality. I prefer stories where the focus is showing the people in the community as just people. I tend to write romantic relationships, but I don't tend to have a big focus on characters coming to terms with their sexuality. Robin's plotline has nothing to do with her sexuality. Instead, she is shown as a strong woman that just happens to be a lesbian. I adore that. I really adore that. So, what did you think about Robin being revealed as a lesbian in season 3 of Stranger Things? Please comment below. I don't know what my voice is doing these days. It's like, I'm doing my own volume whenever I want to, even when it doesn't make sense. But anyways, please do comment below what you think about Robin. Please comment below what you think about Robin being revealed to being a lesbian in season 3 of Stranger Things. And remember, feel more than free to suggest a topic for an upcoming episode. Don't be shy. Okay? I really want to make this whole series have every single video be a viewer request. So please, please, please. And if you are on the YouTubes, please like this video if you do like how Robin's sexuality is handled in season 3 of Stranger Things. And remember to subscribe so you never miss a single episode of The Raven Speaks. And if you're watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option so you will never again miss one of my blog posts. I just don't do the Raven Speaks. I do dramatic readings. I do reviews. I do mini reviews. I do a bunch of stuff, so you won't want to miss a thing. And the next episode of The Raven Speaks will again be on a Wednesday or very early Thursday morning. One or the other. Yeah, 50-50 there. And until next video, goodbye.